All right, here we go. Welcome everybody to the Kumana Podcast, episode 6. We're just gonna get right into it. We are all home. Elijah, Kā'eo, Kūlani, Qadry, myself behind the camera. We are all home, and Kūlani's finally ready to talk about the CrossFit Games. So, Kūlani, how you feeling?
Feel good. My body's fully recovered and stuff. So, yeah, good to be back.
It's been 2 weeks since Kūlani competed, and plenty of time to reflect. Everybody's home, everybody's back to training. Is everybody prepping for the TFX qualifiers that's happening? Is it at the end of this month?
Yes.
Okay.
Sleeping in.
All right. Okay. So, gentlemen, you guys know Kūlani best from a competitor standpoint. Let's just break it down with him from event 1. How'd you feel? And Kūlani, how'd you feel going into everything? Yeah. So Kūlani, give us your unique perspective on things. How did you feel going in? And by the way, if you're just jumping on this episode, congratulations to Kūlani. He finished 5th place. Obviously everybody wants the podium. Everybody wants to win. So we'll kind of circle back to that 5th place finish. But Kūlani, event 1, the run, how'd it feel? Gentlemen, jump in as needed.
As far as running events go, I felt pretty good, really good actually. I don't think I could have asked for a better performance. Going into it, I was really nervous, but I'm nervous. I know for every competition, the first one is always the most nerve-wracking. So I was sure that once everybody got going and out the door on the run, all the nerves would kind of go away. I would just be out there doing my thing. So yeah, the run overall is. I really liked it. Really good event.
How were the vibes with the other competitors on the lineup? That's what I want to know. What?
There was definitely tension. Like people were trying to get to the front. I was trying to get to the front, but it wasn't like going into it. People were still kind of fist bumping each other, saying good luck and stuff. So there was tension, but it wasn't a super there were no bad vibes on the start line.
How did your preparation in training for the run prepare you mentally and physically for the actual event?
Well, this year, working with our new running coach, Coach Mark, shout out to him, my technique has definitely gotten better, and especially increasing all the running volume that we've been doing, especially leading up to the games. Probably almost doubled our running volume in the 8 weeks leading up to the games. So that gave me full confidence that I was going to be able to go out there and hit my pace. Maybe not. I wasn't necessarily sure where I would end up on the leaderboard, but I know that whatever target I had in mind, I was able to hit it. Because that's what we trained for. So.
And what was that number? What was
the target specifically was 7:45 pace on the run.
Yeah, 7:45.
And you ran an average 7:37. 7:37.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
well
better than
above,
expected. Yeah.
Well above expectations for Kūlani on the run. So very, very happy with that.
How did it go in terms of when it started, in the middle of the event, towards the end? Where was your head? Where was your head right off of the bat, and then how did it go on as the ran went on?
So in the beginning, I knew a lot of people were going to go out hot, and I tried to make sure that I wasn't one of those people. And I knew 4 miles is a long time. It's not a 5K.
More than 4 miles. It's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.3 miles is what it was.
Miles, yep.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I opened up a little faster in my pace, just because of the adrenaline and stuff. And then I started, after the first miles, settled into my pace. And the middle 2 miles is where I started to kind of pick people off and start to pass people and catch up to people. And it was about that last mile and a half, I was kind of with these same 2 guys. It was Cade in Cleveland and Pablo Luna. I was with them for the last mile and a half, and we were just kind of going back and forth, seeing who would let up first. And once the 4th mile ticked off, I knew I had about 0.3 miles left, so I knew I could just speed it up, and
Right.
I just took off. So that was good.
Yeah, you beat Pablo and Caden on the
Yeah.
run, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I knew that. Well, I didn't beat Caden.
And we had predicted times based off of past years.
Right. So
We had last year in 2021.
right.
It's
we-
basically the same workout.
Yeah, we ran 4.5 miles in 2021.
In Madison.
And we compared Kūlani's estimated time of 7:45 pace with that leaderboard and this leaderboard, and this group was actually faster. So we had,
On average.
on average, we had a faster group of kids. I don't think we had a faster overall.
Like
first,
the top
the
time
top time
wasn't as fast.
wasn't as fast as 28, or was it that fast? 30
What?
No, it was 28. The top time, I'm pretty sure, was 28.
this year.
This year, yeah, it was 28, 29.
Oh, then it is faster.
What was rookie?
I think rookie was only like 30.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I think
so
this
we
is
had
one of the
Which-
fastest.
Which is, I mean, 30 athletes in a field as opposed to 17. It gives
Yeah, oh yeah,
room
that's
for a
true.
specialist.
Room for a specialist. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, and every year since then, besides last year, it's only been.
Every year since then, all the boys have gotten smaller.
yeah. So we had a faster field of teenagers this year, and Kūlani was able to keep up as well as he could, and
Even with the faster group.
And
Even
how
with the
what was
faster
your
group, yeah.
placing last year? That's right. In the long run.
It was 25th,
25th.
26th or 25th.
Yeah. So.
and then
fastest field.
what was the second?
Yeah, what was
the
the
part
second
two
one?
run.
That was last. That was last place.
So last year's run was 2 parts. One was a long run, one was a shorter run.
Straight into it, like a 5-minute
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah.
And then it was a double score, and then Kūlani was 25th on that, and then dead last on part B. So we're not getting last place in the run, so that's a win.
It's actually pretty
Getting
silly.
better, yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it, that is silly, but we can talk about that on another episode.
Oh, what's silly?
2024 program.
I think
actually.
the run last year, even it was shorter, and I think I went. I think I did like the same pace as I did this year.
It was
For
almost,
for
Twice?
2,400 meters. Yeah.
Yeah,
For a shorter
It was a
run.
mile and a half. That was a mile and a half. He did the same pace. For
but that one
4
had like hills and stuff.
but he did the same pace for 4.3 miles.
So
He also did the same pace as
definitely-
your fastest 5K.
Yes,
Right.
definitely big improvements on the run.
So we can probably PR our 5K pace. Our 5K now. Yeah. If you did the same pace for more distance.
And how was your warm up and going into it? Like, do you feel like you're satisfied with your performance on this one?
Yeah, I was definitely satisfied with my performance on this one. As far as warm up goes, I mean, I'm not like I don't need a ton of time to warm up, so I think I did.
I think he had too much time. We got there really early.
Yeah.
So we're
But
kind of
always
waiting around.
It's always better to be earlier than too late. So,
Yes.
There's a lot of
but yeah, as
staying
far as
around.
warm up goes, I was a little nervous in the warm up, like warming up my pace. I was a little nervous if I was gonna be able to hold it, but as soon as the event started, yeah, everything just felt good.
What about all that dry heaving? Is that just kind of natural?
Oh, wait, yeah. What were the other guys' reactions?
So I was behind the scenes and I just saw Kūlani doing a lot of dry heaving.
Kūlani does that a lot. He does that every single day before every workout.
That's pretty
Can
normal.
you
I think.
give us some?
Can you give an example of the dry heaving?
Those are those songs.
Oh, you want me?
Come on, say the line.
On command.
Yeah, you can.
It goes like he does that
Wait.
before every workout.
It's
every
just
single-
nerves, yeah.
Every single
Yeah,
day.
it's nerves. I think it started 2023 CrossFit Games. Yeah, 'cause I don't remember. I don't
every single
remember.
day.
I don't remember
Multiple
doing it
times.
earlier than that. But
Does anybody else do that?
I don't understand. No.
after the 2023 games, I did it like
What are your
every day.
Qadry, what are your weird
I
yawn
yawn
nerve-
a lot. I
you
yawn a
yawn?
lot.
A lot of
Yeah,
yawning?
I catch myself yawning a lot.
Kā'eo, what is your pre-event quirks?
I don't really know. I mean, I yawn too. I don't think I have anything like that.
I don't. You guys yawn. That's weird.
Elijah goes up to his competitors and just punches them in.
I don't know. I just get nervous, but I don't really have any like. It doesn't come out in a
Physical.
as a physical quirk. Yeah.
All right, so event 1, overall success, and anybody listening that knows the Subiono boys and one Subiono girl that's up and coming, everybody knows that running's obviously not our strong suit. And even Eve is 10. She'll be at the games in 4 years if she plays the cards right. And right now, Eve does not enjoy running, so we need to change that. So okay, event 1, overall success. Event 2 was the max clean and jerk. I think this one, everybody saw the highlights for sure. But Kūlani, talk about mostly like how it felt to have, talk about the crowd. The crowd was going off. You got the big CrossFit Games Instagram reel and all of that. Break that down. Break down event 2, and then gentlemen jump in.
Yeah, as soon as it happened, I knew it would be the highlight of my week. It's just seeing everyone there, especially with all the matching shirts. I think matching shirts was the biggest improvement we did with the crowd from last year. It's awesome. Once you get the crowd out there, I think you can lift whatever you set your mind to, right?
Yeah, that workout was just another day in the gym for us. We're warming up and I think we hit 315 in the warp area, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you led with?
Yeah, we hit.
I think we hit 315.
And I don't think anybody
twice in the
else
warm area.
hit that much in the warm area. Kūlani was just put up 315, 10 minutes before he goes out, and then I was like, all right, we're good. And then I already knew that he was gonna win the event. I thought maybe 1 or 2 guys would put up a 320 plus. Maybe those last year, there was somebody who did 335, or a few guys who did 335. So I figured it'd be something like that. And I knew that Kūlani could put up 335, and then you hit 325 a few days before in the gym, right?
I had 330 and
Oh,
the day before.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So we hit 330 in the gym the day before, and then it was
day,
2 days before.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I saw it's
Felt good.
335.
It was
he had kilos.
Oh, that's
He had
right.
kilo
Okay,
plates,
I
so it
did
was,
see.
so
Okay.
it was 330.
Is it harder for you to execute the event because you could probably just win it, or was it a pretty
There's
easy
no
event?
pacing execution.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
saying
I mean-
the nerves. Is it harder because you know that this could be an easy win, or is it usually pretty
Yeah, I
cool?
think, with the weightlifting events, I know there's a little more pressure and higher expectations for me. But I knew if all the numbers that I hit are the numbers that I can hit, right? So I'm not holding back on anything. So if I win that event, I win. That's great. But if my numbers aren't enough, then they're just not enough. In this case, they are enough. So.
Yeah.
It's
We
really
didn't have
nice.
to do anything differently. All we did was just literally another day in the gym of lifting, and it ended up winning. So
After the miss, were you nervous? Did you ever fall out or slip out of your confidence state, or did you know instantly what you did wrong, so you knew what to fix?
Wait, what did you miss? So just
I missed.
so let everybody know who's listening all the lifts that you hit.
your first attempt was
I opened with 315, then I jumped to 330.
you made
and
both of those.
Yeah, I knew after I hit 330 that was the heaviest lift so far. So I wasn't super nervous about missing 335.
Right.
So
Wait, you
after-
could have won with 330?
Yeah. He,
Oh.
he didn't. He didn't need to do 335.
But the thing is,
But someone also
I
Tried
also
to-
did 335. Yeah.
yeah,
But
and-
failed.
yeah. So at least Kūlani had a chance to.
Oh, the other guy did
The guy who
330.
got second tried 335 and
Yes.
failed.
he showed-
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if Kūlani had failed 335, then that guy would have won the event.
Okay. Then what happened?
So
if you
I
made
went for 335, which was my third attempt, and I missed it. And then I knew,
This is on the
I
third,
knew,
right?
yeah, I knew after I did that, I knew I was able to hit it. So as long as I just
Yeah, it was just a little out of position.
yeah. Right. So I knew I was confident that I could hit it the second attempt.
Yeah, I as soon as I watched the miss, I was like, oh, that was a dumb miss. You can definitely hit that. So, it wasn't like, it didn't look heavy. It was just a little out of
Well,
position.
you
so.
caught the clean a little weird on that one.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that just Anyways, just routine lifts for Kūlani for that event.
And big event win. So are you guys afraid of? You guys are now known to be the biggest lifters in your generation, your era of up and coming CrossFit teens who are now in the men's division. So all 4 of you are now in the men's division. We don't have any of you left in the teen division. We just got Eve and Koa coming up. But are you guys? Here's a great question regarding your lifting versus your running. So this is a perfect segue for this question because you improved the run. And another point I brought up with Kūlani is that in the Subiono household, Kūlani is the top runner at the CrossFit Games. Is that safe to say?
I don't think that's true. I thought Kā'eo was higher up last year.
But has any Subiono has
Like he did
Well, it depends on if you take into account the second run.
so
Okay.
so has any Subiono ranked higher than 23rd in a running event at the CrossFit Games?
Technically, yes.
Who?
Well, because
Which was what?
they're smaller fields. So.
No.
He started last year in the third.
Last year.
Which
yeah, I guess.
Which event?
The 2,400 meter obstacle. No, it wasn't.
Trail run.
Trail run.
Wanna be trail.
Yeah.
Okay, 2,400 meter trail run, event 2 at the 2024 CrossFit Games. What placing?
22nd.
22nd.
I don't even know. I finished that
I knew it was-
event
I
and
knew it
I
was
left it in the
22nd.
past.
Okay.
Never looked back.
Okay.
I knew it was 22nd. But I don't know what the second run turned that score into.
It was 2 different scores.
It was 2 different
I guess.
scores.
No, but it was. The thing is, it was each.
Half was
They were half the event, so,
So
they were
50
half
points and then 50
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that makes
I didn't know that either.
So the score for that event was a combined.
It
essen-
was
I want
half
to say
points, right?
it bumped me up. I want to say it was like 24.
So that was you placed 22nd on the 2,400 meter or the 2,400 meter run.
2,400 meter trail run. Yeah.
Okay, which is event 2 or event 1?
Event 1B.
1B. Okay, 1B, the
Right.
second run.
Yeah.
Okay, which was how
That's
long?
that's a whole other story. I don't think Kā'eo. I think Kā'eo could have went a little bit faster.
What was the shorter of the 2 runs?
600.
Okay, got it.
So it was 2,400 and 600. That was part A, part B. Last
Okay, and the 2,400 Kā'eo placed 22nd.
Right.
Okay, all right. So Kā'eo's the highest ranking Subiono at the CrossFit Games
I
in the.
think Kūlani's still better executed. I don't even know.
Yeah, because Kā'eo could have gone faster, but kind of messed it up. Kūlani excelled above his expectations when he was doing his run.
Okay.
So
Okay, so the question I was getting at was this then. You guys are known for your heavy lifts. You guys are known to struggle with the runs. So in order to improve your running, do you guys have to take away from the lifting, or are you worried about your lifting? Are you worried about your lifting? Are you worried about getting weaker because you have to focus more on running, or how do you guys see that whole picture between your high ranking?
I think
He didn't though.
Well, here's the thing. Kūlani did like one weightlifting session the 2 months between semifinals and the games.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Kūlani
think
was
we're
strong,
too
though.
we're too worried about losing strength because
Still won the strength event
right.
without
Right.
training it.
Well, The months leading up to the games, Kūlani did not train strength like at all,
And you PR.
which is
Right.
kind of crazy. I don't really,
Maybe you didn't get as strong as you would have training strength, but
Right.
you still got strong.
like we never did a dedicated weightlifting session. Maybe like
I did like maybe once or twice.
right. we did like one where there was one day that he went heavy. Every other day he was running and doing WODs, Metcons, right?
Yeah.
There was almost 0 weightlifting sessions, and he still PR'd his clean and jerk. So that just goes to show how much of a natural advantage that we have in putting on muscle and strength versus endurance, specifically in running.
And even as strong as we are in the teen division, we still have to get stronger.
Right.
In the elite division. So
We
maybe
kind of
that'll
played, yeah.
maybe that'll be a little slower for us just because we're prioritizing the running. But
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah, our
You gotta do what you
strength,
gotta do.
a 335 clean and jerk in the teenage division is first place, but a 335 clean and jerk
Probably
with the
like
men's,
25th place.
it's like, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point for the listeners, is that the big lifts in the teen division still got a long ways to go in the
Right.
men's division. In
I
the,
don't want
with
to say a
the,
long ways to go, but it's not gonna be like dominating like how it is in the teenage division. It'll certainly give us a little bit of an advantage going into the adults, but we still need to make up ground.
okay,
But that doesn't mean I don't think that any of us have to put extra emphasis on strength. I think with the strength that we have, we're competitive, and that's all we need to be. We need to make sure that we're balanced. So our strength is competitive. We need to make sure that the rest of our fitness is also competitive, right? And then we'll once we're there, then we can worry about like trying to win strength events and stuff like that.
okay. So what's
We wanna be balanced.
everybody here needs to have what's a good lift for the clean and jerk? That
365.
Okay.
350 at least. 365.
okay. So everybody here needs a 350 for the clean and jerk. What about the snatch?
285. I would say at
285.
least.
At least
Yeah,
275.
275.
Okay.
Yeah, 275. Yeah. Well, I guess what level are we talking? If we're saying like semifinal level.
Semifinals that you guys would probably find strength.
Yeah, strength-wise, semifinal level is fine. Games level.
Games level, yeah.
Yeah, those numbers of
350, 280-ish.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. That was day one. Event one, the run. Event two, the clean and jerk. You went to bed. You woke up, ready for day two. What was the first event of day two? Event three.
Kettlebells,
Yeah.
Okay, so the kettlebell, this was the long
chipper,
chipper of
18-minute AMRAP.
of the weekend. What's your take?
Honestly, I think it went about as well as I expected. I was worried going into it that with the pistols haven't been a strength of mine. So warming them up, I was worried that whatever my knees would bother me or I'm just not good at them. But I think in the workout I think I handled them about as well as I could and did better than I expected on the pistol specifically.
Yeah.
But it was way more of a grip endurance test than I expected too.
more than in training.
Yeah. Once you get back to that rower, it was just brutal. Those
Survival
60
mode.
calories.
Yeah.
So what is it? What for the listeners? What about the event taxed your grip so much?
It was the
Kettlebell
kettlebell
cleans.
cleans for sure.
Right after toast ball, right? Or before?
Before toes to bar. Toes to bar weren't probably the easiest part of the workout. I was able to catch my breath a little. But yeah, those kettlebell cleans. In training, I opened up with like a really big set, and so I decided to break it up a little more this time around. And even then, it still really, really taxed my grip. And then by the time I finished the round and got back to the kettlebell cleans, man, I couldn't hold on. I was doing like threes and fives.
What was your overall placement on that event?
10th.
10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So not
Yeah, you
bad.
guys feel like that's you guys feel like that.
I don't think we could have done any better in that
Yeah.
event. I mean,
That was definitely you.
that was the event that,
Even-
of all the events, that was the one that he was like fighting through the pain the most.
That was that one, right?
Yeah.
I was happy to see your performance on the pistols because I had talked with Dave earlier, and I was like, I think it being weighted
Makes it an
closed
even-
the gap. Like if the field was here at regular pistols and you were here, right? It being weighted either evened it or even made you better just because of your strength.
Yeah.
Does your knees normally bother you?
On pistols, it has before. So it doesn't. Not most of the time it doesn't. But I was worried. You know,
Did it?
I mean, anything can go wrong.
I feel like it's just
not this time. No.
good. Yeah. Longer legs, bigger torso. I think that definitely doesn't
Yeah,
help. Because me and
longer
Kūlani
femurs.
both struggle. Elijah's always been
I'm
great,
great
at
at
pistols.
pistols. Even when my knees are bad, I can knock out pistols.
Yeah.
So what are you guys saying? Longer femur on the pistols makes it harder?
I don't know if it's the longer. I also have a longer femur. I don't know what it is. I think I just have.
We have a long week now.
Longer legs is what you're saying. Longer legs. So shout out to everybody who has longer legs, killing pistols.
Shout out to my long leg.
Same
It's
thing
also a
for like.
balance thing for Kūlani, right? Like you have a hard time balancing.
Okay. Problem.
Kūlani doesn't have the most stable ankles.
What'd you say? Ankle problems?
Yeah.
He doesn't have the most.
sometimes.
He's rolled his ankles before. He doesn't have the most stable ankles, so when he's balancing on pistols, that is a little tough for him. But yeah.
Okay.
10th place, I think that's the event that he fought the most through the pain and.
Yeah, pain cave wise, what would you rank the pain cave on that one? Level 10 pain cave being excruciating.
Probably 9 or 10, but
Yeah.
I mean, there
It was
weren't
more
a lot
failure,
of
right? Muscular
there weren't
failure.
a lot of workouts that weekend that weren't.
Yeah.
Oh, they were all very.
Yeah, this is probably the most painful competition that I've ever done. Yeah.
Okay, so that puts things in. That's what we want to hear. That's why we have you on the podcast right now, because we want to hear things like that behind the scenes.
Yeah, like
And-
that weekend, I was like, you don't usually like dread events. I was dreading every event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said the quote of the day here is that was the most painful. Painful competition.
Yeah.
Okay. So quote of the day, that was the most painful competition I've ever done. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts things in perspective. And the thing is, when everybody listening, only you guys know what it feels like to go that deep in the pain cave. You know, I think the average listener, the average CrossFitter, will push themselves probably to a level 7, I would guess, myself included, I pushed myself to maybe a level 7. I've experienced a level, I can count how many times I've experienced a level 10 pain cave. I can count like on one hand. And I have memories of the few times I pushed myself to a 9 or 10. So the average CrossFitter and the people listening, or think about the people that are not even CrossFitters, maybe they're athletes. Some other sports are painful. Some other sports are not that painful. So I think for you guys experience level 8, 9, and 10 pain cave levels I don't know, is that on a regular basis during training? I mean, or
Not 10. You don't want to
Yeah.
touch 10 in
Yeah.
training.
yeah.
But you're trying to get 8.
Okay, so this competition was 9 and 10 all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes in training you can't even hit 10. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
hard
gotta
to
be
hit 10.
because it's like for an average person, you probably pass out, or you probably pass out or get dizzy before you can actually get to 10.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then until then you're kind of just once
Okay.
you have the fitness level, you can really.
Once
Elijah said
Right.
on one of the episodes, it's like competition kind of gives you level 10 sometimes.
Yeah, it gives you you get
ability
the extra adrenaline to push even.
Well, I
harder
think there's
than-
two things. There's the phenomenon of that second wind, that boost of energy, and I don't know. Does that neutralize the pain cave? Does that help you not feel the pain?
It depends.
Depends.
For me, I know for me specifically that it might be different than other people, because the 3 event wins that I had at the games were the least painful.
Yeah, well, not painful. Okay, so there's two
They
things.
were like they didn't as in they didn't hurt at all. Like I
The
felt
skills chipper was not.
right.
Okay.
And the thruster wall walk workout didn't hurt. I think when you hit a level of adrenaline.
Yeah, we'll call
and,
that,
And you get it starts.
Yeah, we'll
it
call that
starts-
the flow state.
Right.
So there's two things we're talking about here. We're talking about tapping into that flow state and then enduring the deep in the pain cave.
So when that starts happening, the adrenaline just starts masking the pain. And I don't really feel it.
I can feel the pain, but it makes it easy to ignore, if that makes sense. You know, like it's still there, but it's like I'm not letting it slow me down like I normally would.
Okay. So this is all great insight. So the pain cave insight. This is we'll dig into this a little bit more because this is insight that the average person will not experience. And yes, the average person will not experience, but it's also something they still can appreciate though, right? So what would you guys define as a level 9 or 10 pain cave experience? You know, Qadry, you go first. Like, what does your body feel? What does your body feel after? You know.
And also, do you have a workout example?
Yeah, initiation.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's this thruster burpee workout that I've put a lot of work in, and with the attempts, it's like it's this weird feeling of like you're almost unconscious, right? And so,
yeah. It starts getting a little blurry,
right?
Okay, vision blurs.
And I'm like, there's this like you got your elbows on your knees and you're like pick up the bar, and you're like you can't. You know, like it's right there. I can put my hands on the bar. Why am I not picking it up? Yeah. And I'm like I just can't. Like it's just
feels like your head is pounding. It feels like we're not even really there.
Right, and
like an outer body experience.
Yeah, it's weird and not comfortable. It's not enjoyable.
Okay, cool. What about for you? What is that 9-10 level of pain cave experience, and which event exactly at the games was the worst?
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like everything is just telling you to stop, and the only way to move forward is by your own mental will.
Yeah.
And your own mental eagerness to win and to finish the workout. I'd say the most painful workout of that weekend.
Was actually the most painful workout that you've done ever at this games, or was it a different workout, a different event, or what would you say?
That is a good question. I think like off the top of my head, I'm like the games workouts are what come to mind, but I'm sure I've probably done similar, more painful workouts before that. But yeah, definitely, dude, the games workouts are up there for sure.
Yeah. Is it just muscles? Is it muscles burning or muscles feeling like they're gonna explode, or is it lungs?
For me, it's more burning and lungs.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Lungs feel like they're about to.
Okay, so an extreme level of muscle burn.
Yeah.
Okay, so an extreme level of muscle burn.
And at the same time, you can't breathe.
Right.
So.
Okay, so there we go. We are defining the pain cave. So an extreme level of muscles burning everywhere, or is it mostly quads, or is it just all muscles like burning, and then you can't breathe? So, okay, there it is, guys. There it is. Extreme burn in the muscles, and at the same time you can't breathe. Okay, Kā'eo, how would you break it down, man? Level 9 or 10? Any particular workout come to mind?
I feel like thrusters do it the worst. I feel like that's the one movement that can make you feel. I've always had a similar experience. Like last year, there was the last semifinal workout that ended with 30 thrusters
at 115.
At 115.
You did it unbroken.
And I did it unbroken, and it's like it's same thing. Like you kind of just you kind of lose exhaust. It's like your face turns purple. Like almost like there's no blood in your face anymore.
It was power clean, 30 cleans, 30 toes to bar, 30 thrusters per time. It was fast. It was like 2-minute workout.
Yeah, and then you start to lose some vision, and that's when you kind of like taking deep breaths to make sure that you don't pass out.
How about when your nose starts bleeding?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I think that's definitely one too. I mean, that happens when there's a lot of pressure in my face. I feel like,
Like handstand stuff?
like handstand stuff makes it worse. Deadlifts can do it.
What about like burpees?
I don't know if it's as much burpees. I think it could
I've
be.
seen him do it on a skier too, when I was maxing out his whatever test
Oh
was.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not as much thrusters, just because blood's going away from my face when I'm doing thrusters. Kind of got this weird taste in your mouth sometimes.
Oh, right,
Tastes
right,
like
right. Yeah.
oil.
Yeah. It's iron. It's like that taste of iron in
I've never had that.
Really?
I don't think I've ever.
and then
And
then
Kūlani slobbers.
Yeah.
Kūlani slobbers.
Yeah, Kūlani spits in the
Oh, that's
middle.
another thing.
Oh, yeah.
He
Kūlani's-
dry heaves and he spits everywhere.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When I in our workouts, my mouth gets dry, so I don't ever do that.
Yeah.
So
I just remember what the most painful workout I've done.
What is
It was Isabel.
Heavy?
Yeah.
155?
155.
Okay. So
Oh,
yeah.
during the semifinal.
Yeah, that was probably the most
30,
painful
so
workout.
30
Oh, that's
snatches
right.
at 155, and he did the first 20 unbroken. He did 20 unbroken snatches at 155.
Those
That's-
were the last 10 were the hardest snatches I've ever
Yeah.
done in my life.
This is the part where
Did you squat snatch any of those? Almost, right?
yeah. This is the part where we can have our producer pull up the video of Kūlani snatching. So, okay, Elijah, what about you? What's the pain cave feel like for you, and what's a workout?
Yeah. I mean, not much else besides what everybody already said. I mean, head's just pounding. It kind of feels like an outer body experience, like you're not even there. You kind of get like vision starts to blur a little bit. You get a little dizzy.
Extreme burn in all the muscles.
Yeah, I think one of the worst things that I felt it during is probably 2K row time trial. That one's bad because your legs don't stop hurting after. It actually
Yes.
because it
That's-
actually hurts worse when you're done.
Get off your
That's my next question is, I think a lot of the pain cave is defined by what you feel when you're done, right?
Yeah.
After.
So
So-
there's one workout that comes to mind that I did a few years ago. That was for TFX qualifiers. I think it was 30 dumbbell clusters and then 30 cal assault bike. And I sprinted the assault bike as hard as I could. And I probably did the 30 cals in close to 30 seconds. And I think I wasn't able to walk for a good 30 minutes after. Like my legs
Can't
were
walk.
really
Can't stand
pumped
up, right?
Yeah.
Can't stand up.
And it doesn't matter which way you like try to like
Position.
stretch out your leg. It just hurts.
No position.
It feels like it's cramping, except it
Right.
just it holds and then it doesn't stop. So yeah.
I think that's the same with the 50 cal echo bike test. I
50
think
cal
that's
bike
that's
test.
probably the worst time trial.
I think
I think 2K row or 50 cal echo bike.
I think the Echo Bike might be. I think the Echo Bike might be the number one single thing that can take you deepest into the pain cave. I don't know.
400-meter run.
400 meter run.
400 meter run,
Mile run.
50 cal
Mile
Echo.
run hurts. I did.
400, 800,
I
and
tested.
all were really bad.
I remember. I think like 2 years ago, I tested my mile and my 2K
No.
within minutes of each other, and I specifically remember the 2K hurting worse than the mile.
2K row.
Maybe you
2K.
didn't run fast enough.
No, so a little side note for shout out to Tiff, who
5:59. I thought that was pretty.
shout out to Tiffany, who is a 400 meter runner. A little side note might be a great way to train Tiff in the pain cave would be the Echo Bike.
yeah,
The-
I already know. I've done it.
Oh, she's already done it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's got plenty of time on the echo bike.
What's she do?
Oh, we just do we've done a lot of echo bike. We've done.
Okay, so yeah, shout out to Tiff then. She's already done a ton of Echo Bike pain cave training. Is it pain cave training or is it? Well, I guess it is pain cave training.
It's all of it. It's all of it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
event
then-
3,
That-
4. Sorry.
Okay, so day 2, event 4, two events on day 2. Event 4 was what?
It was It was like
Was this the GHD?
GHD's burpees.
Okay.
Yeah.
We already, if you're watching, we already explained all
Yeah,
the
it was kind of
workouts.
like a 3-rounder.
It had this a little bit
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Just
But
descending
did it
reps.
though?
It actually had like
It actually
only
had
GHD.
only GHDs.
Yeah, GHDs and burpees. I knew they were gonna be because they are some of my bigger weaknesses, and I knew I wasn't gonna do not. I don't know. I think going in, I knew it was gonna be a tough workout. Wasn't sure how I was gonna end up on the leaderboard necessarily, but I knew it was gonna be one of the harder events for me.
And what'd you place?
I think I placed 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long time domain of this one?
It's like fast, like 5 minutes.
6 minutes.
5 to 6
Okay.
minutes. Yep.
5-6 minutes. GHD, sit-ups, burpees. What was the third thing?
Sandbag carry.
Sandbag.
Sandbag carry. Okay.
So
Yeah. And
we
then
already,
Now that it's done, what do you think about the weight of the bag?
yeah. So
I mean, the bag almost didn't matter. Like,
right.
I don't think it mattered that much on the workout. I think it was
I'm
more
gonna tell
about
you
the
right now,
GHDs and
it
Right.
didn't. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It
right,
didn't.
and we
And nobody passed anybody on the sandbag.
and that's yeah. So that's what we talked about on the last episode about this one. Is like the sandbag carry didn't matter. Is that
Was
what you
that
guys were saying?
the previous episode that we were talking about it, or was that
A couple episodes
Previous
back.
episode was you and me super tired on the couch with the
Yes.
Airbnb when we were
Right.
like,
So
So so 2 episodes ago, then me, Kā'eo, and Qadry, we broke down the events and the programming. So to kind of reiterate our issues with this event is the first thing being is that the sandbag being too light. So the sandbag was a scaling issue across divisions. For example, Chelsea in the 40 to 44 women's division had the same exact weight on the sandbag, 150 pounds, the same exact weight that Kūlani did. So for them, that was a little bit of a challenge, more challenging weight, right? It played a bigger factor in the event. For Kūlani's division, it was barely there. I would say it was negligible. It wasn't. It might as well have not even been there.
so everybody thinks this event was a dumb event.
yes.
Oh,
A lot of them were.
what did we rate this? Was it
I don't
like
know,
was it like 2? F
Kūlani, do you think that event was a dumb event?
on the
I
tier
mean,
list?
as far as programming goes, I'm not the smartest,
Hey,
but
don't count
I don't know.
yourself
I don't really think about like when it comes to the tests. Since I'm the one competing, I don't like to think about too
But
much.
and as a
short. You
competitor,
have no
if-
choice.
yeah,
right. Yeah,
right.
I don't
As
have
a
a choice.
competitor
I'm not
in the
saying
event,
like I don't really like to tell myself, oh, this is a dumb workout
right?
or anything like that.
Because you can't, because you have to do it anyways. So
It's points on the table.
right, there's when you're competing, and same goes for all of us. We have a programmer brain, but you kind of have to turn that programmer's brain off when you're in a competition because you can't really think about that. You gotta just think about what you can do right now. But now that it's
And
over.
I know-
Do you have a programmer brain?
Like,
I try
why
to.
is this a good strength?
I try. I try to have a programmer brain. I think I have a better programmer brain when it comes to certain movements, but not others.
Kā'eo, do you have a programmer brain?
I think I'm good enough.
Based on the 2 episodes ago, I'd say so.
I think I know, like how to get better. Like I know how to program myself to get better, but I don't necessarily know how to put together. I wouldn't know how to put together a CrossFit Games or like
A test,
good test.
yeah.
Right.
Programming for training versus programming a test, right?
Right. Yeah.
Didn't you say that you one day want to run the Teenage CrossFit Games?
Yes.
Yeah, I did say that.
And we're not taking it back.
That is,
So-
it will happen. So if Brock, if you're listening to this, it's gonna happen.
Watch out.
Or rather, Brock, when you're ready, we'll take it.
When we're ready.
When we're ready, we'll take it.
Thank you, Brock, for all the hard work that you've done to put on the games. Thank you, Brock.
For even giving Kūlani a stage this year.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brock, for all your hard work. Okay, so
Well, this
we'll.
is Mayhem's workout, so we can bash Mayhem. Mayhem's program.
Yeah, Mayhem.
Oh, this was Mayhem's program.
Program by Mayhem.
Wow.
But and I'm gonna bash the Legends too. I'm gonna say
Because
that.
Well, I think
it's the
if
Legends'
anyone
fault for the
deserves-
scaling.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be.
But I was
probably
gonna
so.
lie-
Okay, hold on. Okay, Elijah, what did you just say?
It's Legends' fault on scaling across
Okay,
division.
Kā'eo, what did you
I
say?
think.
Only one person should program you guys' events. Just like
Yes.
Dave Castro programmed the individuals who
As-
are held to the
Only
same
one.
That,
What?
that,
Okay,
that
wait.
one person can have a team.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Right.
Only one person should.
program the entire company.
Okay, one person should program the entire event.
Right.
That's a good point.
So
What else did you say?
there's-
That's all. That's all.
Okay.
So
And then
there's
wait.
this-
What did Kūlani say?
I was just agreeing with Elijah. The person responsible would be the person who did the scaling for
Yes.
the workouts.
Okay.
Because the workout written
On paper was actually fine.
right. Yeah.
Okay. What did you say?
I said that
Qadry?
one person is the head of it, and then they're going to have a team. That's okay, but there needs to be a leader who writes. You know.
Yes.
Okay, Elijah. What then?
Okay,
What,
yeah, so exactly what Qadry just said. There's this thing where it was, even in semifinals, there was like, okay, one workout is programmed by somebody and the rest are
Right.
programmed by somebody else. Like, that doesn't work.
And
You
it's
have-
gimmicky.
It's gimmicky, and you have like, oh, Mayhem programmed this workout and this workout is programmed. That doesn't work. You have to have every competition needs to be, every workout in that competition needs to be programmed by one person. Then you can have a team of people making,
Testing it and
critiques,
whatnot. Right,
whatever, yeah. But as soon as you get other people's hands in it, then it ruins the test because you have multiple different visions of what it's supposed to be, and
And you don't get anywhere, and you end up
Right.
with silly 3-minute AMRAPs and bad scale.
right, exactly.
cool.
Oh, and another thing about this event, because the sandbags were negligible in this event, and it basically wasn't there. The burpees, I feel like there could have been more burpees, but because the vast majority of the workout was spent on GHD, the number one predictor for this workout was GHD speed.
100%.
And me and Dave were watching all the heats going into it, and the first person off of the first round of the GHDs, the fastest, was almost always the person who won the event overall. And that was like 5 heats in a row. Me and Dave watched that, and we're like, okay, this event has nothing to do with how well you can pick up a sandbag, how fast you move with a sandbag, how fast you do burpees. The only thing that matters is how fast you can do GHD sit-ups. And there's 8 events. This is one score. That means your total fitness is 12% of it is based on how fast you can do GHD sit-ups, and I don't think that's
Okay.
I
And
think
then
that's way too
how
big
fast-
of a chunk of your fitness to
how-
be determined by GHD sit-up speed.
Yeah. So that's not a good metric.
The same as GHD sit-up speed is just as important as strength.
Strength and endurance.
Right, and endurance running, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
GHD should not. It's not.
I don't even think
not
so.
its own test.
Me and Qadry actually believe that GHD sit-ups shouldn't be in competition at all.
No.
Why is that?
They're better anterior chain tests, I feel like. And after Austin Hatfield almost chopped his nuts off.
Oh yeah, so Austin Hatfield's GHD broke when he fell.
I
right
mean,
on-
that's anecdotal, but it's.
I mean, it's also just a big, heavy equipment. If you're running a competition, why would you want to have a GHD in it, right?
Yeah.
There's so many better options, and in terms of the tests and from an operational standpoint, there's toes bar.
Take that, but there's ski erg.
Ski erg.
Would have been way better.
Ski erg would have been ski erg would have been a way better test than GHD setup in my opinion. But
Okay.
anyways,
We've already gone over the.
we've already gone over this.
Okay.
event.
So-
workout 5.
Yeah. So Kūlani.
How did Kūlani feel through this work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you?
Going
Wait,
into
what the podcast is about? This is about Kūlani.
So going into it after the last event, I honestly didn't think that 5th place was good. I kind of was a little nervous with that.
Are we talking about the overall competition?
No,
or
it was 10th place. Oh, sorry, not 5th place. 10th place in the kettlebell workout. So what was your mindset?
Yeah, what was your
going into
placing?
next?
It was 14th on the GHD one.
Okay. So go ahead. Finish your
Going
question.
into this next workout, and then how did it feel during, and then right after, and then finally knowing that you got 14th in that workout, how did that make you feel? So leading up into it, warming up, about 10th,
Warming
you were
up,
on the leaderboard.
I was nervous because I knew this workout was the most painful one that I did in training. Plus, it had my weaknesses, so I wasn't super disappointed with the previous finish, but I knew I would need to do well.
We needed points.
Yeah, right. And yeah, I'll admit 14th was a lot lower than I expected. So
Yeah, and lower than I expected too.
So it was a little disappointed with that workout, but I don't think there was in my mind, as far as how hard I pushed, I don't think there was a lot of places where I could have pushed harder. I maybe could have squeezed a few seconds more, maybe a few spots more, but I don't think
In the moment, execution, there was nothing you could have done better.
Right,
The only thing that you could have done better is somehow chop your torso height in half.
Right.
That's true, yeah. I mean, I was trying on those GHDs, that's for sure. I was trying to go as fast as I could.
Right.
Okay. And then you go to bed, 2 events on day 2. You go to bed, you wake up knowing that you have three events on Saturday. So events 5, 6, and 7 on Saturday, and knowing that you only have 1 on Sunday. Quick question is, you go to bed on Friday night after 4 events. Are you looking at the leaderboard? So a little bit of leaderboard mentality. Are you looking at the leaderboard? Are you ignoring?
I did look at the leaderboard.
Okay, so
yeah.
so you're looking at the leaderboard. You knew what place you stood going into Saturday morning. What were you going into Saturday? Do you remember?
6.
Okay, so you were 6th place going into Saturday morning. Okay. Is that
Yeah, I was kind of surprised actually that none of the workouts on Saturday or Friday affected my placing.
Okay,
Like,
and then did you check the leaderboard before you went to bed or when you woke up?
I checked the leaderboard before I went.
Okay, you checked the. Okay, and then how did you feel about your 6th place? You felt. Yeah, how did you feel about that?
It felt all right. I mean, I knew. I obviously hoped I would have moved a little higher, but I knew it was better than moving lower. So
Okay, and then event 5. What was event 5?
double unders.
Okay,
Interval push-ups.
Yep.
okay. How long was that time domain?
It was
12 minutes.
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
Exactly.
But there was also a built-in rest, so
So
it was
only-
more like
it was
sprint
8 minutes
intervals.
Sprint intervals.
Yeah.
Okay. Kā'eo had a good question lined up. How did you feel during the warm up? How did you feel during? How did you feel after?
Warm up felt pretty good. I mean, I was optimistic going into this workout. So, but I did, like, as far as the workout goes, I did actually do worse than I did in training. So
Right.
this was probably the most disappointing workout.
Okay, why'd you do worse than you did in training?
That's a good question. Well, first
Or
of all,
what part exactly? So this was the double under sprint interval workout. Did you finish the workout in the section before during your training?
I did,
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm willing to bet a lot of people did worse in this workout.
Okay, why?
Well, first of all, there's a lot longer transitions than most people probably trained with. And I don't know if I did in training, but I don't know if a lot of people did the
Jumping.
advancing. But I don't know, like I heard a lot of people, Chelsea did worse than she did in training. I'm willing to bet most people did worse than they did in training. But I think, I'm not sure. Like I knew the transitions would be longer, but I didn't know they would be that much longer. But I could also feel, I also didn't feel, as far as my body physically felt, it also didn't feel as good as it did in training either.
Okay, yeah, that was my next question how did your body feel after 2 days
Even
and
after-
4
even after
events? You were definitely beat up already.
Yeah.
Okay, so
even
you were-
after the first round of intervals,
Yeah.
I was exhausted.
Okay, so event 5, double
And
under.
I think, like I know this isn't anyone else's fault, but I think I may have gone, I do think I may have gone just a little too fast on the echo bike.
What?
Just a little, because,
Really?
I don't know.
Why?
and I think because I for the first interval, for all the intervals actually, I went faster, and I would say at least like 50 to 100 watts faster than I did in training. And I think that might have been.
100 is a lot. It's a big jump.
I think maybe that exhausted my legs too much, just a little bit, to where I wasn't even, where I was doing like,
You're tripping.
where I was tripping up on the double unders, right? So I mean that was my risk that I decided to take, and I don't think it paid off as well as we thought it might.
I don't know.
The interesting thing is that
He had less
Maddox
time.
won on the Echo Bike.
Right. So the only reason that Maddox
Wait,
won.
who? Okay, Maddox Metcalf won on the Echo
and
Bike.
the athletes who did well on the event got off the handstand push-up last and got off the Echo
Well,
Bike
Kūlani
first.
also had really good. Kūlani also has really good fast double unders, like really good fast. Like he's able to maintain a
His cycle-
fast
I think his
speed
cycle rate is
for
a
a
little better than-
longer amount
Yeah,
of time.
it is.
So that's
'Cause he did
probably
115 in a minute in training.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's just. I think that could have been just the nature of this event. This possible event win was that Kūlani just saved it and then put his money where he was better at in double unders. Because in training and when you're doing a workout by yourself, you don't actually know how someone else is doing, and you might have done better because you're only going as fast as you think you should be going. While Maddox
That's
could
true,
be
yeah.
ahead. Maddox
Yeah, but
theoretically.
he was faster in training.
Wait, listen to this though. Listen to this. If Maddox and Kūlani did it together, while Kūlani was training and Maddox was on the competition floor, Maddox would always get off the bike faster than Kūlani. Always did.
Yeah.
But Kūlani would always catch up on the double unders and at the end and win the event. Even though
So you think
Maddox
he was
got
slow
off.
on his double unders in person?
That's why I'm arguing for Kūlani's argument.
He did trip.
Yeah, I'm
he
agreeing.
didn't trip up at all in training.
Yeah, I'm arguing
Right.
for Kūlani's argument.
And he
is
tripped
that-
up a lot.
He tripped up a few times and then broke. You broke, I think, once or twice.
Okay, so what's the risk? So Kūlani rolled the dice and risked himself by pushing harder on the Echo Bike. So which potentially was detrimental to double unders. Is that just because of quad fatigue?
I think so. For me personally, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, like it's hard to say how much it costed me, or even if it costed me at all. I think it did, but yeah. I don't try to I didn't dwell on it too much, but I just,
Well, I think it's important to, as you reflect. I think it is important to reflect on all that for next time. You know what I mean? Every time, as you guys all know, you go back, you review. Quick note on reviewing your old film. Qadry, do you review your old film and pick it apart?
Yeah, a lot.
Kulani,
yeah, I do.
Ayo,
Once and then done.
once and you're done. Okay, good. Elijah.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
All right. Cool.
Oh, you have another question?
No, I was just. Go ahead.
So Kūlani, now that something like that often happens because you're an in-person competition. I remember there's plenty of times in my in-person competition where I was just trying to stay ahead and then someone behind beats me. But it's usually influenced because you're next to people. Now Kūlani did it. Obviously, Kūlani did it by himself, and he wouldn't have known that people were getting off the Echo Bike way ahead of you. Do you think up until this point and in this event, did the other competitors influence you in a negative way to where it kind of messed up with your own strategy, messed with your head a little bit, or were you able
I think
to
in
stay
this,
in
I
your
think in
own?
this event, it did.
And you guys were all really
If it was any of the events, I would say it was this
Yours
one.
is one of the most.
Yeah.
And then up until this event, was it easy to stay in your own lane, or was it kind of tough seeing people get ahead of you, and was there hope that you had trust in your own training that you would come in front at some point? 'Cause that's how workouts work. You don't have to be
Right.
the first one, the first 5 minutes to win the 10-minute workout,
right.
or even the 6-minute
first
workout.
one.
Yeah, so this is how workouts work.
I think for
Just up to this point.
for this competition in particular, I think just going into all the events, because it was so nerve-wracking, I think it affected, like, seeing others on the floor and how everyone else was doing may have affected me a little more than it usually does in competition. But I did my best to try and stay in my own lane for most of the workouts.
So do you think if you pushed a little less on the Echo Bike and came off the Echo Bike fresher, do you think you could have made up on double under speed?
I
I
think
mean, based on the amount of times that he broke.
You would have
I
answered.
think so, yeah.
Okay, and then another interesting question would be, to what degree can you guys control double under speed in an event? Can you pick up your double under speed by a great percentage?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so actually, if you came off the bike, even if you came off the bike last but fresher, there's a good chance you could have depended on your double under execution and speed to stay ahead or to pull ahead, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Because what happens when you increase your pace on double unders is it's just your jump cadence, and your jump height is the thing that you have to change. So
Wait, hold on. Everybody listen closely because we're talking. The person talking is the double under guru who did 1,000 unbroken double unders. How long did that take, by the way?
10 minutes.
Okay, so for you guys listening, if you don't know this, Qadry did 1,000 double unders unbroken in 10 minutes. So anyway, just a little side note. Okay, go ahead.
When you change your double under cadence or double under pace or speed, I like to think about it very similar to rowing, where you can push harder and then you recover as you come back in. You can jump higher and then you kind of spin a little slower, so it takes a little bit less heart rate, but you have to put more force into your legs. If you were to go faster, then you're upping your repetition speed, which is also gonna up your heart rate. So there's that. You have to kind
Give
of
and
choose.
take. Yeah,
Right, give
it's
and
give
take.
and
You
take.
kind of have to choose where to put your coins. So.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, that was the first event on Saturday. That was event 5. You got a break, and then you went into event 6 midday. All right, what was event 6? How'd you feel?
Oh, I have one more question.
Okay,
On
go
this
ahead.
last event. At this point in competition, and we all know what this feels like, is the leaderboard is starting to form. After this event, Kūlani has.
He was over halfway done with the
He's already halfway done. Leaderboards are starting to form, and clock's ticking. Going into this event, how was just your overall confidence in yourself?
It was starting to take a hit. Yeah, after
Confidence and morale.
after 2 pretty disappointing finishes, starting to get in my own head a little bit. But I had you guys. So a lot of my friends were there to kind of talk some sense into me. So
How many people in the house? Like 10 of your friends in the house?
yeah.
Okay.
So
So you got friends to talk sense in you?
I'm really grateful for that. It definitely would have been a lot. My brain would have eaten itself alive if I was by myself. That's for sure.
Because I have, and I guess as we go through this, I have a couple of theories in my own head. People ask me why you did, how you did, and all I can do is theorize. And my theory going into this was that it was more of a confidence thing, and then it was that if this competition was completely online and you submit 4 events and they submit 4 events, you would have won. And that's what I believe based off what I saw. And so far, I feel like that's tracking with at least 5 events in.
I agree with that point to a certain degree, but I definitely think especially on this event with the Echo Bike and the double unders, not staying in your own lane is ultimately what was the detriment of the event, right? So I can definitely see that point to a certain degree. I don't know how much of a factor, how big of a percentage that factor is on the overall leaderboard. But it was definitely a big factor is is the mind game that comes with competition, right? But yeah.
Well, why are you bringing it? Why are you comparing it to online? What do you mean?
Because online you're only you're not next to people.
You're not next to people, and you don't interact with people, so you're really just focused on yourself. Another thing too, though, is you don't get to see your performance unfold. You know, if you put Kūlani's events, all his bad events and his good events together, and you see them at one time, and they kind of even themselves out. But if you kind of see yourself like go from 22nd to 6th,
yeah, the roller coaster,
of emotions
of day to day.
Yeah,
Right.
day to day. And
versus online semifinals, the leaderboard comes out on Sunday.
yeah,
And
yeah,
flying
exactly.
all the way
It's
through.
flying,
And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how'd I do? Okay, that's what I did.
That's
As
what I
opposed
did,
to like, oh,
and-
I'm not doing great, or oh, I'm doing great. Now I have to keep this or catch up or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, so
all
don't you
can
guys-
focus on is just
Okay, so don't you guys think that?
we should compete more in person?
No. My question is this: don't you guys think that ultimately, that is where? That's the mindset that needs to be fixed or improved, right? So game day performance with all of the psychology that you just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So or are you saying that independent online testing in your own gym is a better? Are you saying that it's a better test of?
No.
I'm not saying
It's just predicting the result ahead of time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so dealing, so that's so maybe that's just another piece of the puzzle. That's another piece. Game day competition psychology is another piece of the puzzle that you guys just need to improve. Then is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Game day psychology.
And we talked a bunch.
Dealing with the
me and
leaderboard.
Qadry talked a bunch about that on the previous episode that we did, and I think they said like 90% of the time you shouldn't be looking at anybody else in live competition. 90% of the time you got to be head down, just focused on
Your next move.
on your
Okay,
next
so
move.
how about this then? So
Very
how about
rarely do you need. There's only a few occasions that I can think of where looking around would have been beneficial. I can think of a few times where Kā'eo was in competition. I would try to yell at him like, "Look to your left, look to your right," or whatever it is, and it actually pay off. 90% of the time, you just gotta you have to focus on.
So how about this
what
then
you're doing.
during live competition? How about would a rule like this work in live competition? Next time you guys show up at semifinals, live semifinals, next time you guys show up at the CrossFit Games, would a rule like this work where the rule is simply that you do not look at the leaderboard over the course of the weekend?
I already don't do that. In live competition, I already don't look.
Okay. So
Occasionally, sometimes
Say that's not true.
Occasionally.
You knew you were in first going into the.
that was right, and that was to my detriment, right?
you're talking about now. So now for you, Elijah, your personal rule is that you do not look at the leaderboard in live competition.
because in 2022, because of how close the points were, I looked at
You
it.
broke your own rule.
In 2021, in Wadapalooza, in TFX, every live competition that I can think of, I don't think I knew. I mean, I had like an idea, mostly just from Dave. But besides that, I didn't know the exact. I didn't know okay, I got 10th in that workout or whatever. I didn't know how the leaderboard was shaking up, and then by 2022, it was because the points were so close, and I needed to know exactly how I was gonna go about. If I wanted to win, then I needed to know exactly how I was gonna go about doing it. And now looking back, if I didn't have that information, I think that would have changed the outcome.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Okay, Kā'eo, is that a good rule for you? Next time, or even TFX, your guys' next big competition is TFX in Austin in January. Would it benefit you to just simply not look at the leaderboard?
I think it depends. I think it's good to have Coach Dave or someone doing it. It also depends on if your people can keep a secret, because just depending on you can't have people around you reacting or else that brings tension on you a little bit. Like, for example, semifinals 2023. Dave told me not to look at the leaderboard.
Yes,
But
this is a good
everyone
example,
around
actually.
me was like, hey, are you okay? How are you feeling? You ready to hit hard tomorrow? I'm like, I get it. I know. I get it. I'm not in the top 10 right now. I get it. Okay. Thanks, guys.
So that year for the online semifinals, the leaderboard came out each day, and then Dave was like, Elijah, don't tell Kā'eo his placing, and don't tell him to look at the leaderboard. And him not looking at the leaderboard was good, but he needed the push to redo one of the workouts because he didn't look at the leaderboards. He didn't have the.
You don't have an urgency, right?
There was no urgency to redo the workout, and Dave was like, the number was like 17th, I think, and it needed to be top 10. And I was like, with the next two workouts that are about to happen, with the current leaderboard, he's not going to make it. And I made the decision to tell him, hey, you need to redo this workout, otherwise I don't think you're going to make it. And so we redid it, and he jumped from day 2 to day 3. We jumped from 17 down to 6, and thank God, because if he didn't redo that workout, we wouldn't have made it. So it's kind of
It depends.
That's a good example of how it's like it's kind of both, right? You need a team around you to kind of guide you, but him not looking at the leaderboard, if he saw 17th place, that definitely would have hurt his confidence for sure.
Okay, what about you? Do you think you should not look at the leaderboard, Kūlani? Do you think that'd be a good rule of thumb, or?
I don't know. I've always been okay with looking at the leaderboard. I feel like when I don't see it, I get really anxious, and it affects my ability to recover.
Okay, that's a good
But
point.
I think it might be something to experiment with in the future. Probably in my next competition, I'll try not looking at the leaderboard, see what happens.
I think what also helps is guessing where you're at, based off of things that you know. Like at that point, I kind of knew, I knew that I was outside the top 10. I also thought I also put 18 in my head that day. I remember putting 18 in my head, and then finally one of my gym members confirmed it by accident to me, and I was like, perfect. That's actually when they said they accidentally told me 16.
Who was that? Who was that?
Oh, that was Tad. He was.
Shout out to Tad.
Make conversation with me. Yeah. And there's sometimes
We love you, Tad.
yeah. I think generally, it's good not to, but I think it's also good to have someone to guide you, to let you know, to kind of.
And that's where
what Coach Dave is for.
Yep, team, having a good team around.
Because it could be a confidence booster at the same time. You know.
All right, what about you, Qadry?
My rule is I don't look at it in person competitions. I do look at it online competitions. I feel like, especially multi-day online competitions, I need to know you get a mini version of the superpower that we talk about, right? The switch flip, the out of body experience. If I'm on the cusp and I need to do better. And so it's like, okay, this workout, I have this fight in me that gives me I find
the pressure helps you
in online competitions when I know, right? So an example was quarterfinals 2022. I think the CrossFit total was first set of scores, and that put me low. I was outside of the top 30 to make it to semifinals that year, and so then those next workouts, I was like, okay, I need to kind of flip the switch in me, and then I did, and I made it into the top 30. But then come in-person competitions, I find it's just another thing that's wasting my energy. And I feel like in-person competitions require more energy, and I'm like, mental energy, and I'm like, all I know is that I don't need to worry about pacing a workout because of the numbers. I just need to beat him, who's next to me, and I can chase him. I can see him on the floor right next to me, so I don't need to worry about getting this time, that time.
If you want to think about your placement in the workout.
Right.
And right after that, okay, I beat this many people.
Exactly.
These many people beat
That's
me. All right, that's all you need.
That's my view on in-person competition, and I feel like it works a lot better to look at the leaderboard online, not so much in person.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that's so Kūlani, next event.
6.
So event 6, the second event on day 3.
Sled.
Sled.
Okay,
Dumb
so
event.
Done with it.
so that was midday. You're feeling.
Yep.
So you're
You need to watch an earlier episode.
also, this is the day that you did not go home. You stayed at the venue all day, right?
That's true.
So you stayed at the venue all day,
Because all
and
the
then,
workouts were pretty
yep,
close together.
all the workouts were close together. Okay, so this is the sled event. So deadlift, basically deadlift and sleds, time domain.
3 minutes.
Okay, so just a quick 3-minute sprint. Kūlani, how'd you feel before, during, and after?
Before the workout, this was probably the workout I was least nervous for, or like least, at least as far as like the pain goes. Like I knew this one wasn't gonna hurt super bad because it was 3 minutes, and I was ready for it to just kind of just be over. But yeah, warming up for it. I mean, it was 3 minutes. It was 275 deadlifts, and there wasn't even a sled in the warm-up area. So I did a few 275 deadlifts and called it.
Was it?
Yeah. So I didn't warm up a ton for it, and then
How'd you feel during?
during wasn't bad. Honestly, I think there probably could have been room for it to hurt a little more. I think maybe I might have overpaced it because what I had heard and what I had watched in the previous heats is everyone falling apart after the second and third round.
You thought that
So
would happen to you if you didn't.
So you were a little more conservative.
yeah, I was a little more conservative in that first minute. And then as soon as I heard 1 minute left, I tried to use whatever I had left. And I don't know, there's like, I can think about it, I can say I should have pushed hard on that first minute, but maybe if I did, I would have fallen apart. So, I don't know.
I personally don't think you would have.
Because it's only 3 minutes.
I
That's what
think. I mean, I
Like,
guess
what have
if
you
I-
gotten? Like another section? Like half a section? Like,
Yeah, well, another
Yeah.
section would have been 5 places deep. Like,
What place did you finish on that one?
That was 7.
7th on that one.
well, really, you would have gotten a deadlift or 2. If you'd gotten one
Right.
deadlift more, that would have jumped him up like 2 places.
So if you weren't as conservative and you pushed hard, what place do you think you could have got? So this time you rolled the dice to be more conservative, right?
Yeah.
On the Echo Bike workout, you rolled the dice to push harder on the Echo Bike. This one, you rolled the dice to be a little more conservative. And I guess that's a good way to kind of sum up everybody's teenage years, is just really rolling the dice and getting to know yourselves as teenage athletes. So how much more do you guys all think he could have improved if he was a little less conservative?
I think he could have gotten a couple deadlifts, right? Because you
Which
finished
would
the
take
sled
him to like a 3rd or 4th place?
somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So good learning experience in that one. Oh wait, Kūlani, have you done all your film review yet, or not really? Not really. Zero.
Not on all of you.
Okay. Good. All right. All right. So yeah, you just have been enjoying life. Okay.
I also think that the first heat, I don't know, Kūlani, watching the first heat and watch people like kind of adjust your strategy, you know? Like watching the first heat go or hearing the first heat go.
by being more conservative, right?
Right. I didn't see the first heat of boys because,
You
well, I
just-
watched.
Crowd and one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kept saying, "Hey, turn your head over here," and all of us were just trying to watch the event, and
And I guess
So
guys are trying to
wait,
tell
hold
us
up.
the rules.
Athlete control told you to not look.
Well, they were
well, the thing is, they were trying to.
they're
explain
briefing
workout.
the event.
Oh, okay. Athlete control. Athlete control is brief. Athlete control's briefing you, and you guys are all trying to watch the event, and they're telling you to pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's another
Which
thing
is,
that.
I mean, it's their job. So.
Yeah, that's another thing.
But it was just funny because we're all like not paying attention.
What do you expect as a CrossFit Games? But I mean that's another thing in-person competition does is like it could influence you in that way. And online, like you really kind of go to what you believe in. You know, believe in yourself. Like if Kūlani did Isabel again and he saw people just like falling apart after 15 snatches, who knows if he would have still had that sheer confidence to go for 20. Or you saw Maddox next to him start to break up already, or anybody next to him. It's and that's just
mental game.
Mental game.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Ment-
that
it's-
makes sense.
Yeah, mental game.
Kūlani saw them falling apart, but Kūlani isn't them. You know, he's not 30th, 28th, 26th, 15th, or 16th, or even 13th place. He had a higher placing. You know.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Heavy Isabel at the games. Imagine
how many people.
Imagine nobody did any touch and go reps, and the first entire heat was singles.
And then you
Which is probably what happened for a majority of the people on the
Well,
line, right?
And you would have thought to yourself, man.
Going into the games, you were number one. What kind of ownership did you take with that? What kind of ownership did you take as the number one seed? Or did you take great ownership going into the game saying, you know what, I am number one? Or I don't know, or do you just kind of erase that so it doesn't mess with your head? What was your relationship with your top seed?
I think I did my best to not think about that.
Keep it in check. Yeah.
Okay.
As you should.
And I don't.
But I would disagree. I feel like I think it was to his detriment. I feel like when Kūlani beats me and Elijah in a workout, there's a fire that's lit inside of them. Like there's when Kūlani does good.
Well, I think that's the thing. That's what I've thought about a lot leading up to the games, is how I want to think about myself going into the games. And I always do better if I think of myself as the underdog.
I agree.
That's because
That happened the year prior.
right, exactly.
Without trying. Right.
Wait, what did you just say? Kūlani, you just said you always like to think yourself as the underdog.
Yeah.
And then what did you just say?
That happened the year prior. He was the underdog. He had no target on his back going in, and then without going crazy, he got sixth.
I
With
think
the field is different. Program is different. You can talk about that all day, but I think it helps Kūlani to be a dark horse and to be his own.
And I think that's a lot of big reason is because I've grown up with two older brothers.
And that's what you talked about that. You
Wait,
said
we-
Kūlani's a
we-
great
we-
chaser, not a great rabbit.
Yes, we've said it all. On
Wait, so
the
do you,
podcast.
what about you, Qadry? Do you like to think of yourself as the underdog as well?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Kā'eo? Do you like to think of yourself?
Like it. I'm number one all day. Like that's
Okay.
who I am. And
Same.
that's
Okay.
Always, every time.
Oh, wait,
Maybe
so-
not the first year at the games, but my 2022 year at the games, I for sure was thinking, fully believing that I was gonna win. So
Kūlani, do you think that you didn't share that sentiment of being number one going into this games? Is that because you felt like you're more comfortable in an underdog mentality?
Yes, I think.
that puts the pressure off.
Right. Yeah. It takes the pressure off, and the way I think about it is in a workout. I feel like it's always easier for me to fight to take something away from someone else than to try to hold on to something.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's what I think, and I think
If that's what works for him, then he needs to stick with that.
yeah, I think it's
But it actually didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I mean no.
He didn't do that.
No.
He didn't do that this year.
okay.
He should have been thinking himself more as the underdog. That's
Right.
what I think. Is that what you think?
It-
I think there's a chance you may have done better had you placed fourth in semifinals.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I think, yeah, it's possible.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's why we're having this conversation. That's it.
Literally 2 months prior, I saw a better execution at TFX, Oklahoma. Like perfect example is Heavy Grace, right? Underdog. No one's expecting Kūlani. I don't think anybody expected Kūlani to do well or even beat Kā'eo on that workout. But it kind of just. It was one person. Nikki knew. But besides that, it was kind of just like, I wasn't expecting it, and it just happened. I don't think Kūlani was even really expecting it. I mean, it was just he was the underdog. There's some big guys out there, but he's gonna go out there and do his thing anyways, right? And try to take some points away from people, right? And with that lower expectation, he excelled, right?
So, Kā'eo, what are you talking about when? Okay, so you said that when Kūlani beats you in training or competition, you see a different Kūlani.
I feel like when Kūlani was like, I feel like if Kūlani is confident in a win, he will win. Like
Right.
if Kūlani, like he's
Like
confident,
the final event.
like the final event and the clean and jerk, which the client we'll get into, which he can explain to us. But like if he knows he can win, he's gonna take it and win it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's.
Or what?
He had nothing to lose, and he was now the underdog in the last event.
Yeah.
And so now he tried to take it from other people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I think there's he just pulls his confidence from a different
Okay.
source, right?
Okay. So yeah, those are all good. Yeah. So those are all good. Good points, and underdevelopment. Good points and good points to talk about as the years progress. Right. Okay. So let's jump to the third event on the third day, which would be event
Seven.
seven. So event 7 was the last event on Saturday, fully stacked Saturday, 3 events. You remained at the convention center all day long, did not go home. What was that last event of
Ring
Saturday?
muscle ups, overhead squats. And
Okay, so this one was a good one because I find this one interesting because
No, that boxing movers was day 3.
Yeah.
Boxing movers
Yeah.
was day 3.
Yes,
that's
what
the-
we're talking about.
Oh,
yeah, so we're talking about day 3.
3, 4.
Yeah, there's 8. There's 8 events.
There was
Yeah.
8. Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking
Those
about.
7, yeah.
So this is interesting because we're talking about the last event on Saturday afternoon, evening, and then it's the ring muscle up event, ring muscle ups, overhead squats, and box jumps, which is actually very similar to the final event, which was on Sunday, which was the rope climb, handstand push-ups,
Wall walks.
wall walks, and snatches. Okay, so you said, so this is actually a good kind of final piece of this podcast tonight is you did mention to me that you went out into the Sunday's event, the final event. You said to me that you knew you could win that event, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you knew you could win that event combined with Qadry's point of having nothing to lose, you know what I mean? Combined with the underdog theme, combined with feeling like you can do better, taking points away from people versus maintaining a lead. So my first question, I'm interested, those 2 events are really similar. Did you not feel like you could have won that ring muscle up event? Or what's your take? Yeah.
I mean, I did my best to go into each event thinking I could win it. I don't think this one in particular struck me as my event more than any of the others.
What about Sunday's event, the final event with the rope climb? Did you feel like you could have won that event more than you could have won the muscle up event on Saturday night?
Maybe a little more, just
Okay.
because it had snatches.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. Cool. Okay, so just break down the final event. You're pretty beat up on
Yeah,
Saturday.
this was probably-
The final event of Saturday,
I was
pretty
the
beat up.
most tired going into this one, and this is, I think, the event where there was the least masking of pain from the adrenaline. And
Oh,
It-
wow.
It looked,
Okay.
didn't work.
Okay.
It looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
Watching it, it looked like it hurt the most, and it kind of just looked like you wanted the event to be over. Going back to the rings and getting back to the bar, and the way you transitioned, it kind of just looked like you were just waiting for the workout to just be done and finish, and just get to bed and wake up for the next.
Wait, so was that the most painful workout? Or did you say the other one was? I
I would say either this one or the double under one was the most painful.
What about
Oh, and then you said the kettlebell one was painful as far as just
It
grip
was more
strength.
muscular failure.
Yeah.
It's grip strength, or grip
But yeah,
grip
I mean,
fatigue.
This one I was physically tired and mentally exhausted. So
Okay, so this might have been the worst as far as.
as far as execution goes, maybe you could say this one's the worst.
Well, I'm just saying this
was.
one. Well, I'm saying this one was also. This one might have been the peak of the peak of the worst, because also pain. Like you're exhausted, you're physically exhausted, you're mentally exhausted, you're emotionally exhausted. It's the end of the third day after 3 events that day. So so this event, for everybody listening, this event was at the end of the 3rd day, event 7, the second to the last event of the whole weekend. So you were just you were beat up. You were beat up. Okay.
But I mean, at the same time, I don't.
He wasn't mentally giving up.
Right. Yeah. I don't like with that. As far as that workout goes, I don't see myself doing that much better than what I did.
Yeah, under the circumstances.
You beat your practice time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you beat your practice time, you beat
that
your
was
training
probably
time.
the most improved
Yeah.
from practice.
Okay, cool. So you go to bed that night. So that one you're just beat up. Did the best you could, executed as well as you could. Elijah, you felt
Yeah,
like
I was after round 2. I was watching. I was like, okay, he's just trying to finish this workout.
under the circumstances you did your best.
And you can see it when the way that he transitions and the way he picks up the bar and how he jumps up to the rings. It was like he wasn't like. I knew after the second I was like, all right, he's not really attacking this. He just needs to get this event done, in a timely manner.
Happy with my time.
Okay.
But I was like, yeah, let's just finish this workout in a timely manner. Let's not like blow up and then fall behind or anything. Let's just finish with a decent score.
Okay.
It was what, 10th, something like that?
It
No,
was
Yeah.
12. No.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, so we'll transition to the last event of the last day, and then, but as you guys have all experienced in competition, when did you realize that winning the games was out of your reach? Was that basically Friday night? Did you realize that winning the games was out of reach, or more like Saturday day?
I think it was probably after the double under workout.
Okay, so Sunday, that was Saturday morning. Okay, so you realized that winning the games was out of reach. And then when did you realize that the podium, or let me ask this first. When you woke up on Sunday morning for the final event of the weekend, did you know that I don't know, guys, you tell me,
Podium was out of reach.
was the podium out of reach?
Yes.
Okay, so when you went, did you check the leader?
He was 8th.
It was out of
Well, I
reach.
knew I would have to
Make it
win
go.
the event,
Dude,
and people would have to do poorly.
Okay.
Once you start betting on people to do poorly, then it's out of reach. I'd say.
Because people.
Yeah.
You can't bet on people to do poorly.
I've seen a 5 placement jump, but it's not.
Okay.
It wasn't gonna
Low,
happen.
low
wasn't-
probability.
It wasn't going to happen with that. It can happen in one event, but it wasn't going to happen on that one.
Okay.
And I know for a fact it wasn't. It couldn't have because he was more than 100 points out from third.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there it is. Okay. So going to bed on Saturday night, did you so you knew that the podium itself the probability was already low. It was unlikely. Okay. And how'd you feel about that? Were you just pissed off or disappointed, or I don't know what?
I mean, I was disappointed.
Okay.
But tried to
Okay. So you came out Sunday and
just try to have a good time
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Okay.
Honestly, try not to end the competition on a bad note.
okay. And then so you woke up Sunday morning knowing that you could win that event, and then so you just So how did you how did it feel before, during, after coming out full force?
Yeah, I mean, warming up for the event, I didn't feel, my body felt just okay. And at that point I was mentally exhausted, tired. So I knew and obviously like podium's out of reach, so I didn't really care at that point. I just wanted to make sure that I gave it my all on the last workout.
Okay.
So I knew I could win the event, but I also didn't really care if I didn't.
Which would lead us back to that kind of nothing to lose underdog mentality.
Right.
And you ended up essentially winning the event, you know,
Yeah.
aside from,
won
yeah,
the event.
yeah, you won the
I
event.
don't know what to say.
He maybe didn't get the 100 points.
Yeah, minus a few discrepancies in the judging and scoring and appeals and
side
whatever
note,
else
I think
happened.
This is probably the worst judging I've ever experienced.
On that event.
On a
That event's
on
been very.
the whole
the-
competition.
But
Across the
especially
board.
on that last
Yeah.
So did you drop that
How
bar?
do you no rep
Because
perfect
it was-
reps? I don't get how you no rep perfect reps, bro. That's insane. Dude.
silly odd judge.
But anyways,
Did you drop that last snatch because you got no rep, or were you already planning on doing?
I thought I had enough time to do singles on the last
You did
round,
not. This
but
one guy he was all like,
yeah. But I mean
But-
and
but
then
then-
when the other guy got to the bar, I realized I have to do touch and go here, and I ended up having to do 4 touch and go extra reps, so 1 extra rep. So
Okay. All right. Well, that's all the events. 5th place finish. Congratulations. And let's do this as we wrap up. Is just let's do a rapid fire. Let's hear from Kūlani. Rapid fire. Grade the events on a scale from A, B, C, D, E, F. So let's do this and we'll have some fun.
how
Yeah.
well they're programmed. Or
Yeah, yeah.
how well
So-
I liked it.
No, just how you feel. Because these guys, Elijah and Qadry, graded the event and graded the test. Oh yeah, you were there. Yeah. So
overall,
graded.
we give it a C, right?
Yeah, they graded the
C
test.
some at least.
At least.
Yeah, maybe I might
I mean,
be
at most.
Yeah.
okay from the competitor standpoint. Maybe it's harder to do, but it'll be fun anyway. So
Event 1 run.
so event 1 run. What grade would you give that test?
A.
An A. Okay.
We give it an A. Yeah.
Okay, event 2, max clean and jerk. What grade would you give that test?
From a programming standpoint, probably a B. Is it lower?
What would you?
I say B.
Yeah.
I
What,
gave it an F.
what do you think would have been
Why is it F?
Because we've done clean and jerk.
too repetitive?
It was known and knowable.
I say C or B. I don't
Okay,
think it's
known and normal.
We gave it an F. Watch the video.
Kā'eo gave it an F. I know that.
Okay,
Because
what-
he's done it 4 years in a row.
What do you think would have been a better test of strength, or but better test? What do you think?
A better test?
A better test,
Oh, here he goes.
He doesn't know.
max power clean,
I would have liked the power clean.
a
Yeah.
1 rep.
Or
Unironically,
bench. Power clean or bench.
Yeah.
would be
What
nice.
what do you think your power clean would have been?
335.
And then what?
335.
And then what about your bench?
Depends on who he's devastated.
At least 3. At least 300.
You would have benched 300.
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. Okay. Now event 3, the kettlebell.
Kettlebell.
Grade the kettlebell workout.
Okay, so
Just cool out. We've
yeah,
already.
just-
Yeah, we
we've
never said
already-
it was great.
Yeah.
B?
Okay.
What did we
Event
say?
event
What
4.
did you guys give it?
That sounds
I think we gave it like a B minus or something like that.
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
like
Event
because
4.
good movements, bad formatting.
that. Right.
Event 4 test was the GHD, the GHD sit-up test. What would you grade that?
I guess an F.
Okay.
Scaling wasn't.
Oh, scale.
Yeah.
Okay. Next event, event 5. Event 5, the first event of Saturday morning, was the double under test. What would you grade the double under test?
Probably
If you say B.
Yeah, interval,
B.
interval.
B plus.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's,
speed intervals,
A.
double under speed intervals.
Say
Okay,
I don't remember what we said, but it was.
I'm saying. I'll say.
B
A
was
right
B
now.
or A. Something.
okay.
I'll say A.
That's event 5. Event 6, midday Saturday, was the sled and deadlift.
F.
3 minute.
I don't understand why this is a bad event.
Well, you had the same weight sled as Chelsea.
Oh.
They
They.
lowered the weight after changing it from an axle bar to a
Would it
regular
have been
bar.
better with an axle bar?
It would have been better.
No,
if
heavier.
It was heavier.
Yeah, these guys are saying
Heavier and axle
And
bar.
axle bar.
Yeah.
and
More minutes.
5 minutes.
More minutes.
Yeah.
Or not making an ad map, but making it for time.
Because 3 minutes wasn't enough time for separation to see who could.
You
actually
tied
do
with
it.
how many people? 3 people?
Yeah, quite a few. You tied.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Okay, so the argument against that deadlift event is like the weight or the time domain wasn't heavy enough, or the time domain wasn't long enough to create
That's a common thing for this whole competition.
yeah,
It's
to
not
create
heavy
enough separation. It wasn't a good enough test to create enough separation. The same way you guys had a 50-pound dumbbell snatch that previous year, which was
Like,
stupid.
This is the games, and we're doing open level weights.
Weights, yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, event 7 Saturday night, muscle up event. What would you grade that?
An
A test, okay.
An A.
And then the finale,
On its own.
On its own,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. But it was identical to the finale, event 8, the rope climb event. What would you grade that one?
Probably an A.
Oh yeah, because you won that one and everything. So, all right, y'all. All right, y'all. So that was.
I think we gave it lower just because it's so similar to the
Right.
running muscle up test.
Okay.
Because animals, I think.
Why
Why
five
wall
sections
walks?
again? And then-
Why wall walks when it could have been handstand walk, right?
Why do they have wall walks in your CrossFit game?
Because
What about your cross?
because
Well, we had
because
handstand walks already.
the reason why wall walks were in the 2021
This
CrossFit
is
Games
the
for
open.
Elijah
Because they
is
burst on the scene at the open.
because they burst on the scene.
Because Castro was like, oh, they're not going to expect us to do wall walks again after we did
Yep.
in the open,
And he
right?
But it was
There it is.
but that was a great test in 2021, and Elijah won the event. But that was a great test because it was a very heavy thruster. It was a 185-pound thruster for a bunch of 16 and 17-year-olds.
Imagine that event this year. If they had that event this year, they would have made it 135 for the thrusters. And not 135.
Oh, yeah, they would have.
It really would have. That way,
Because that was the same weight. That was the same weight as the Masters, right? So if
No, so they would have made it 155.
they would have made it 155 or lighter for teenagers.
185 is a heavy thruster, and that year there was already
There was match
several
snatch.
heavy. There was already.
Oh,
heavy
there was
lifts.
the 365 deadlift. That 2021. There was 365 deadlift. You had a max snatch.
1 to 50,
45.
150 pound sandbag.
Wait, so was this year too light or was that year too heavy?
No, this year's way too light.
This year was
Way too light.
The reason why that year wasn't too heavy is because of the
Everybody moved it well.
The events that also the events that offset it that weren't. You had to run. You had to swim. You had a swimming event. Yeah.
Don't Kūlani
And-
water.
Yeah. well, if you gave Kūlani a swim event,
Well,
that would-
we know they can't do that.
Okay, well, what's happening, I think everybody would agree, is that what's happening is that they're babying the teens.
They are babying
That's what's happening. Is
The
they're
16, 17
babying,
specifically.
they're babying the teens, right? Because
that waters down to 14, 15.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
they're babying the teens because Kā'eo said that the CrossFit Games is where
What did I say? Oh,
Where dreams go to crash and burn.
Kā'eo said.
Unless you win, I mean, you can go ask Ricky Gerard. Ask him how he feels about his dreams this year when he got second place.
Yeah.
Where did his dreams go?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So Kā'eo's quote of the day or the other day was, "The CrossFit Games is where your dreams go to crash and burn." So, oh wait, you weren't there for that, huh, Kūlani? You were out cold. Okay. So last question would be for you guys is couple of things. Is how do you? I'm gonna circle back to the pain cave because I think this is most intriguing for the listeners. You know, listening to everything is great, but I think what most listeners don't really know, they don't know the depth of the pain cave. But my question to you guys is how do you come to terms? Like, how do you come to terms knowing? How do you come to terms knowing that? I mean, you're going to go deep into the pain cave. How do you come to terms with that? Or do you actually welcome it? You know what I mean? Like, do you welcome the pain cave? Like, bring it.
I think when I start a workout,
Wait, hold on, hold that thought. So that's what I want to know from you guys is do you welcome the pain cave? How do you come to terms with that? And I want to share something interesting that I stumbled across reading my Bible this week. and just studying the Bible this week is that when Jesus rode in on Palm Sunday, on the donkey, when Jesus rolled in on Palm Sunday, the Bible says that he wept. And you guys know why he wept, right? He wept. Jesus wept a tear. Jesus shed a few tears on Palm Sunday because he knew what was about to happen, which is the crucifixion.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because Jesus was legitimately scared because he knew that he knew that it was going to hurt a lot.
So what a powerful story, especially for you guys in this sport, where you guys know, I mean, it's a sport at the end of the day, but you guys know that you guys are gonna go deep into the pain cave. So, Kūlani, what were we gonna say?
I think at least on certain workouts, I want to get to the most painful part quickly. Like I don't like being in this middle range where I'm just waiting for it to hurt more, right? At least on some workouts, especially on rowing intervals.
Yeah, like the first 2 minutes of rowing
Right.
doesn't even hurt. I'm just waiting. Okay.
I just want it.
Come on. Let's get to the part where my heart rate's up.
Okay.
So, like in
What are we at? What about you, Qadry?
any workout that has stakes, you're doing the first little bit, if you had nerves before, it's like doing the moves while still having the shakiness and nerves sucks. Like,
Yeah.
get me to the point where it hurts, where that's gone, and now I'm at a different kind of stimulus.
Right.
Like, I remember there was this one workout where it started with dumbbell snatches. Many workouts start with dumbbell snatches. But I was just like nervous, and I'm like, why?
Let's go.
And I'm like, still like,
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like I can't even get into the meat of the workout until it sets in.
right, yeah.
Like I can't even really get into it, and then once I'm into it, okay, all right. Then I actually start speeding up a little bit because like, all right, it's here, it hurts now. Now we're in the workout.
This is what it-
now we can get going.
This is what training feels
This is what it's.
right?
But like the first round of every workout I do is like, we're just getting there. We're just trying to get into the workout, and actually the descent into the pain cave is more uncomfortable when we actually get there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, because it's like I don't like.
Mentally maybe, physically no.
Yeah, it's like I'm waiting for it to hurt and going
I don't
from
like it.
going from a state of rest into a state of pain. For me, hurts more than just being in pain and staying in pain. Because then it's like, all right, I'm here. The pain is not going to go away. Let's just hammer away, right? I think for me, mentally, when I'm in a work,
Shout out to
when I try to not think about it. Like in terms of like mentally preparing before the event, and try to not think about it because once you start thinking about how much it hurts, and it's like, then that's when you're wanting the workout to be over. But when you're thinking about, okay, I gotta finish this time, or I gotta focus on doing this set, and
When you have a mission, when you're on a mission.
yes, that's the best way to describe it. I like doing workouts when I'm on a mission to finish in a certain time or a certain number, right? Because when you're on a mission,
Not just passing time.
yeah, exactly. And then there's goal and intention, and then it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter how much pain you're in. The only thing that matters is your pain and your actual ability. It doesn't actually matter because at the end of the day, you have to finish in this time, and it's not a matter of if you can do it or how much it hurts. You just have to do it, right? And that is, and I think that's how you get better. Is like you just like. When you're not thinking about the pain cave too much, and you're more on a mission with intent, right? But yeah.
I think I don't really think about it like I said. I feel like I'm more on a mission. I mean, I feel like in my groove, the pain is there before I even notice it. And then I don't know. I don't really think of pain as like. I guess if I'm gonna get nervous, I would just remember my whys and why I want to do this and what's on the other side of the workout. And then when I'm there and when I'm getting myself hyped up for it or just getting ready for it, I mean, I really think about the pain. I'm more so just think about how I want to feel. I want to feel strong. I want to feel fast. I don't want to. I know some people like to say like make it hurt, but like that's not necessarily how I want to feel.
Yeah.
I want to feel good when I'm working out. I want to feel like when my legs are burning, I'm not telling myself like
It hurts.
I'm not telling myself it hurts. I'm telling myself like I feel great.
It doesn't
Strong.
hurt.
Yeah,
Strong.
that
yes.
that's definitely where I'm like, no, actually, I'm not gonna make.
Oh,
this
I'm
happen.
fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, and just telling yourself how you want to feel.
The only time you can like make it hurt is like at the very end.
Yeah.
Of the
Yes.
workout,
Maybe,
you know?
yeah. And there's been times where like this like
Maybe that's where you got.
like how bad do you want? There's been
Right.
times. Yeah.
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 I try to actually not think that the pain cave exists.
It's just a figment of
It is just a figment of our imagination. It's a way. It's an idea that you make up to
Describe how
describe
it
the
hurts.
pain, but it's actually not real. It's because your body has. Because think about this, right? If your body stops sending you signals of discomfort and pain, you can actually just go, right? And you will go to true failure.
Hey, know this is that unconscious people can do the splits.
It's like when we're talking about doing max wall balls, right? When you do max when we're doing a max set of unbroken wall balls, you're never gonna stop because you're pushing
It's
your body.
only mental.
Yeah,
It's only ever mental. You'll never fail.
you're
a
not gonna
20-pound
fail
squat.
a wall ball.
A 20-pound squat.
I've never maxed out a set of wall balls and stopped because
You're not gonna fail a 20-pound squat, bro.
yeah, you're not gonna fail a 20-pound squat.
I don't know. I've been close.
Like if you throw the ball up there, I don't stop the set because the ball didn't reach the line.
It's because I don't want to do the next rep.
It's good, yeah.
I don't want to catch it and go back down there.
Yeah, I'd say
'Cause
90.
that just leads to more reps.
When people, when people say that like CrossFit and competition is like 40% physical and 60% mental or whatever that number is, I think it's closer to like 95 mental
Yeah.
and 5% physical.
Yeah.
I think
At the games, individual games, they're all the same. fitness level,
no, yeah,
pretty
the top 10 guys in the individual games are more or less the same level of fitness.
And women.
And women, yeah. Maybe somebody can run a little bit faster than this guy, but then that offsets, but because somebody's a little bit stronger than the other guy, right? In general, there's probably their actual work capacity is probably separated by 1%.
Yeah.
And it all ultimately comes down to how they're gonna push through the pain mentally,
How
and how they execute the workout,
how
right?
they
Strategy.
see their competitors
Right.
and react to that, respond to that. You know.
Right, exactly. And
So do you enjoy the pain? Do you welcome the pain and enjoy the pain?
yeah. I mean,
Ale, you welcome it,
wouldn't
enjoy
do-
it?
I wouldn't work out as often as I do if I didn't, because
part of it.
It's part of life. I mean, like when you don't do a workout one day and it just doesn't feel right, you gotta get your heart rate up high, and then and I feel like if I don't get that in, it just doesn't feel right. I feel like something's missing.
You welcome the pain? Kā'eo, welcome the pain, enjoy the pain?
Yes, I don't think I have a direct relationship with it. Like I'm not going after workout just to see how bad it could hurt. But it's just another.
It's
obstacle. Another obstacle.
It's the end that justifies the means. It's the end that justifies the means. What about you? You enjoy the pain? Welcome it?
Yeah. But I mean, you kind of have to. So yeah.
Qadry, enjoy
If I
it?
enjoy the pain, am I not hurting bad enough? Yeah, I mean that's like we said, I mean, the it's almost a relief. Like, okay, I did something right today.
Doesn't it feel good to breathe heavy, you know, to
in
get
the
your
middle
heart rate
of
up?
in the middle of it, and you're like, you got the lungs burning. It doesn't feel good, but then when you're done, it's like, okay,
Like, yeah.
that would not have been as valuable to me had I not felt like that.
It feels like when I get done with the workout, I feel like my lungs are opened up more. It feels like okay, now I'm alive. Now I'm awake. Right? Now I'm here.
You do that just to feel something.
I mean, not as dramatic as that, but you know, I feel way better after anyway. So yeah.
Well, you can kind of contrast with a lot of people. You know, I was gonna say your guys' age, but just a lot of
There's
people.
worse coping mechanisms.
You can, yeah. But you can also kind of contrast with people that are just a lot of people that are just in this digital age, just going numb. A lot of people are just numb. A lot of people are just numb in this day and age, in this digital world. Okay, and then last question to wrap it up is: there's a lot of athletes from your era that are no longer doing CrossFit. Why do you guys think that is? Like, do you guys think that it's just too hard of a sport, or just life goals change? You know,
There are better things to do in life. But I think, I don't know. I feel like CrossFit also prepares you for other things in life, you know?
Like what? What else is there?
And I think that we all have a very special calling from God, and I think that's, and you know, people are just called to other things, you know. But I think overall, CrossFit's a blessing, you know. There's a lot of members and a lot of people that would say that their life is easier because they did CrossFit or do CrossFit. Because nothing for a modern person, there's no other place that hurts physically.
And that you keep coming back to.
Exactly. Like you go, this is the hardest thing some people do.
Self-inflicted suffering.
Yeah, and then everything else is a breeze, and that does a lot. I think that's a really good thing for teenagers to do, and when growing up in just daily life.
what about you, Kū? Any thoughts on your journey and the other athletes that you compete against? You guys are all going into the big leagues after this.
Yeah, I mean, trying to go into the individual division as a teenager is already a big risk. So I think a lot of people just aren't willing to put their money on making it as much as we are. So,
And, you know,
which is fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's probably smart.
Good for them.
I think, and you know, I mean, we could argue like how easy is CrossFit making it to, you know, go from a teenager into their sport. You know, you have people like Jason Hopper that's at their prime in college football. I don't know his story why he didn't go pro or anything, but you know,
Because it's hard to go pro.
in football. Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to go pro from a college
Jason, yeah.
athlete at Clemson.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was his actual reasoning, but
Jason Hopper did not get drafted because,
I mean, he was a beast on the field, but not that much of a beast.
I mean, you got to be the 1% of the 1% to make it into the NFL.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for sure, Jason Hopper shift gears, went into CrossFit. Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of different reasons, but I think CrossFit has made an effect on that.
Yeah. And you guys are here to revolutionize the sport. So, anyway, thank you everybody listening. Yeah. Oh yeah. What's your insight, Qadry, on yourself as a next level?
I think CrossFit's the greatest sport in the world. And I think...
There it is.
Yeah. Like, if you really think about it, nothing tests work capacity like this. I mean, that's what it's testing, is work capacity. And that's really
Yeah.
cool.
And you know what?
Yeah.
We forget that Greg Glassman. Everybody has an opinion about Greg Glassman, but we forget that Greg Glassman and the CrossFit methodology redefined fitness and created an ability, created the metric to measure fitness.
Yeah. And I think...
like, everybody forgets about that.
Right, you could say this and that about management of CrossFit Incorporated or how they run the season or whatnot, but they've got the framework for the greatest sport in the world, right? The test of the greatest athlete, I think.
Yeah, testing for the fittest on earth. That was the original.
Yeah.
That was the original goal, and that is still the goal, regardless of what happens to the brand, and we're here to see that through. So anyway, thank you for listening, everybody. That was a 2-hour podcast, guys. That was 2 hours. Everybody needs to go to bed now. But thank you, everybody, for listening this long, and we'll catch you on the next episode. All right, this is all of us at Kumana CrossFit signing off. Aloha.